Sis, imagine this. You wake up, check your bank account, and realize your entire check is gone. That happened to me, okay? But listen, instead of me giving up, I learned how to pivot and even discover how to do my gel X nails. Well, I'll show you soon in the process. And let me show you how one setback changed everything for me. Hey Queen, welcome back to Becoming Her, the space where growth gets real, faith is raw, and every version of you matters. So today I'm sharing how a financial curveball turned into a self-care win. I know this is an oxymoron, but I had to let you know how the cookie crumbled, but in a good way. So today we're diving into the principles of contributing versus determining factors. Something I learned from the incredible Myron Golden, and how when you're called by God, even your setbacks are part of the setup for your success. Let's get it, baby. So let's get into it. All right, so let's talk about this financial blow. Now, one Friday where I knew I was going to get paid, I woke up one morning to check my account, when that check hit, right? And when I saw a no check hit or little to none check hit, I was like, wait a minute, what's going on? Because I usually wake up early and go ahead and pay everything before I go off to work, right? And so I'm like, wait a minute. When there's like over 500 some odd dollars missing, that's a big difference from compared to what I was getting paid at the time. And so I was freaking out. So of course, before I did some research, I'm like, what happened? I'm going into my virtual check thing. I forgot the name of it, where you're able to see, okay, taxes took out, insurance took out, and this and that. And I see this unusual takeout and it says garnishing, and I'm like, garnishing? What? So my check was garnished, and I've never had that happen to me before. And so I am just freaking out, and I'm just like, okay, Lord, listen, I have bills to pay. I got to do this. I have to do that. I have to do this. And to say that I was angry is an understatement, because I was so mad, and I'm just like, you know what, God, dog, and this garnishing of a paycheck and all this other kind of stuff. Fast forward, I prayed, because that's my go-to. I'm like, okay, I need some wisdom. I need some guidance in this message. And I had to calm myself down, because if I see red, I don't see anything else, right? And so I learned that in that moment, I had to shift my mindset, and I had to ask God to help me shift my mindset, because that's not easy, right? You have things coming at you, and you may be in this space now where it's like bills coming at you. A lot of things are coming at you, and you're like, shift your mindset, girl, I got to get this money. But hold your horses. I got you. So I learned how to shift my mindset. And in doing so, my mind had to get on the peace of God and say, okay, Father, you are my provider. I need your help in this situation, right? So learning how to pivot. There's a scripture in the Bible that talks about, if you worry, how does worrying add to your day? How does it help it? How does it help it, right? And how is it going to help your situation in this moment? So I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to worry. I'm going to release that to God, but I need help, right? So now this particular time, I was supposed to get my nails done. I was supposed to get my nails and my toes done. I have my pampering days set and everything that I need, right? So no money, no nails. No money, no toes getting done. No petties, manis, all that good stuff, right? And I was like, now, just a side note, Michelle Renee is one of them girls that if there's a recession going on, I'm going to get my nails done. If there is COVID happening, I'm going to get my nails done, put a mask on, do my nails. And the reason why is because it makes me feel good. It puts me in a space that I need to be in, right? So I'm like, God, how can I figure out how to get my nails done right now with the money that I have. Now, normally when I get my nails done and my pedi, man, I'm dropping almost 200 some odd dollars, right? And because I want my nails particular, there's a certain shape I like, everything, so on and so forth. Girlies, you all know what I'm talking about. And I'm like, you know what? I remember talking to a coworker at the time, and she was talking about how she did her nails, and I was like, "Oh, I like those. How'd you do the nails?" And so she told me about press-ons, and so I was like, "Oh, okay." I remember the old school press-ons, you know, the ones that you put on, and then like if the wind blow, it fly off. You know what I mean? Or you scratch your skin, it just fly off, all that kind of stuff. So I took to TikTok. And I just typed in press on nails at home, whatever, right? And just a long list of nails. And then I was introduced to Gel X. And I was like, Gel X nails, what does that consist of? Right? And so I'm just searching and researching, and I'm like, and they'll tell you, oh, you need this, you need that. And these girlies who have been going to the nail place have pretty much boycotted and learn how to do their nails at home. So I'm like, I want to be one of those girlies. So I researched, I learned, and guess what? When I added up everything that I needed, all the stuff that I added up, it cost less than what I was investing in for going to the nail salon and getting my nails done, right? So I'm going to show you, this is one of my nail sets that I just did. It's actually, I did a birthday nail set. Let me make sure that it is, I wanted to do a tribal look for my nails. I have a design here. And yeah, now here's the mindset shift that happened for me, right? I recognize that worrying and being upset and being pissed is not going to help my situation. And so there's a principle. You have to identify the contributing factor versus the determining factor. So I learned this from the great Myron Golden, and awesome guy. He's a businessman, right? But he used biblical principles to teach business, and it makes so much sense when I hear him teach. So he said you must understand how to determine the contributing factor versus the determining factor. And the difference is that the contributing factor is what's external, outside of your control, right? The determining factor is how you respond, and it's internal. Okay, that's within your control. So for example, my check getting garnished and all my money is gone, that is an external factor. Now, the determining fact, that's an external contributing factor, right? The determining factor for me is how are you going to respond? So I had to shift my mindset from worrying to let's jump into creativity. Okay, why are you really upset? I asked myself. And I said, to be honest, it's not that I can't pay my bills, so that come every month. Really, I'm upset because I cannot get my nails done because it is something that's really important to my self-care routine. And so I shifted and said, well, then everything aligned. God, who controls the universe, everything aligned to where at the time I went to work and they introduced me, and the rest is history. So not only did it save me a lot of money, but it also helped me, it unlocked something inside of me to say, listen, I'm not going to let this situation externally determine the peace that's happening internally, determining the unlocking of creativity that God has in store. So my point is that a setback does not determine your destiny unless you let it determine it, right? If you steer it the wrong way, it'll go that way. And so you have the control to determine that factor. Sometimes God will let you go through a setback so he can grow something new in you. I started to see this situation no longer as a punishment, but preparation, right? From where I'm headed. Okay. And so I know that I'm sharing this story because I know that you face some hardship as well, and that there are moments where you have to pivot. And so I want to keep this story going, and I would love to hear how you pivoted in hard moments, or if this information helped you to pivot in hard moments that you're going through right now. And if you have any questions, I want to put it in the comment and keep this story going, because our testimony is what help and encourage others. And that's why I shared mine today. So again, thank you so much for tuning in to Becoming Her. This is where growth gets real, faith gets raw, and every version of you matters, right? And so I want you to, if you found this helpful, there'll be more content happening every week, okay? So go ahead and subscribe and click the notification bell and share it with your other sisters. And let's create this community of becoming the woman that God has created us to be. I love you. God bless you. And until next time, keep your spirits up. Bye-bye.